In this video, we will be doing a walk around of a 2011 Scion TC that was purchased for $7,000 and was previously in a $10,000 accident. It has 168,000 kilometers on it. When it was new, it now has 278,000 kilometers on it. When it was purchased, it was 7 years old. It is now 11 years old. Total maintenance over that time, $5,000, including tires, brakes, engine work, and suspension work. Gas consumption over that time has been approximately 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers when being frugal, up to 12 liters per 100 kilometers when driven aggressively. Alright, based upon my walk around, I've already identified a couple of spaces where I think maybe this car has had damage. Come take a look at me here. So you can clearly see that exhaust pipe, which is what that is, comes around here, goes up to there. That has clearly been impacted by something. But it was come from a side, it has come from that side. So whatever hit it came from underneath the car and then up underneath it. Okay, now you join me inside the engine bay, which looks alright because I cleaned it up a little bit, but the most concerning thing that we find in here is, of course, this sand. Now, sand in your engine bay is, of course, a clear indicator that something isn't working in terms of shielding. So if we look down in here, we can clearly see the washer bottle, we can clearly see the pumps there for the washer. See if I can get it in there. So you can clearly see that they're both exposed. That splash shield is clearly broken, which is allowing sand and grits to get in the engine bay. Quite close to the alternator as well, which I have replaced. So, splash shield, that could be a good idea to replace. That would probably be pretty cheap. Also, when I got the car, I noted that there was a noise on startup. So when you start the car, there'd be a nasty grinding noise for maybe a quarter of a second, and then it would go away, and then it wouldn't go again until the car was cold, and then it would happen again. What the issue was the intake cam gear. So they had to take the head off. They had to replace the gear, and then they had to put the timing chain back over the gear. Now, I would recommend that you do this at Toyota, because the first time that they did it, the engine noted that there was a timing problem, and they had to take it back. They had to do it again. So definitely, if you have that problem, take it to Toyota. The intake cam gear fix was not terribly expensive. Most things from Toyota are pretty expensive. When I went in and I got the alternator, because I wasn't sure what was going on, that actually cost me $700, which was extreme for an alternator. But when I did the intake cam gear, that one actually only cost $1,200 because the parts were so cheap. All I needed was the gasket for the head and then the cam gear, which was a tiny little piece. The rest of it was labor. So definitely get that one done at Toyota.